Welcome to Michelle and Company, the show where we get to sit down with some of Wichita's best companies and find out exactly what they do and what services they provide. Our next guests on the show are here from Age Safely. Please welcome David and Chad. Thank you guys both for being here.
Thank you.
Now, for people who may have never heard of you, don't know what you do, let's talk a little bit about who you are and the services that you provide.
Well, we are a senior monitoring service where we actually put devices, sensors into a person's home or apartment so that you can monitor their activity and sometimes more importantly, their inactivity. So the sensors, for example, this is an activity sensor. And my mother-in-law that's in Illinois, my son in Derby really is her caregiver from 500 miles away. And we have these activity sensors, one in her bedroom, or not, excuse me, one in the kitchen, one in the living room, one in the hall by her bathroom. And then we also have these sensors on her doors, and we have some other equipment there also. But what that does is, Grandma is always in the kitchen by 8 a.m. in the morning. So if it's 8:15 and she's not in the kitchen yet, my son in Derby gets a text message on his phone that says Grandma in Illinois is not in the kitchen yet. So he picks up the phone and calls her and sees if Grandma's all right. And so they also do that with door monitors or door sensors and to monitor the activity or the non-activity.
So tell me a little bit about the heart behind your business. Why did you start doing what you do?
Well, there's two major things that happened in my life in the last 5 years that really propelled us into launching this service. About 5 years ago, my stepfather died, and my mother was left alone, and all of us grown kids had moved away. And the day of my stepdad's funeral, we had to move her to a nursing home about 200 miles away, and I was thinking, how could I have done something to help her stay in her home? So then a year later, my mother-in-law was the same situation. The kids were going to go home and have a meeting and probably talk about putting her in a nursing home. She was mentally sharp. She wanted to live in her home, but she was falling once in a while. And that's when I said, I've been thinking about all these sensors that we could put in the house. Why don't we go put them in her house and see if that will help her? Well, that was 3.5 years ago, and she's still in her home.
Wow, amazing.
So not only was it a huge benefit for Grandma, it was a huge benefit for the family members. They don't worry about her anymore. And they've got some other things on there where they know if she's going to the mailbox and if she's got back in, if her cat's in the house or outside, things like that. So that house is really monitored. But it's not intrusive. There's no cameras in the house. It's just sensors.
So you still have your privacy.
She's got her privacy, and so it's made all the difference in the world in their lives.
That's amazing.
That's how it got started. And when I told that story, there'd be more and more people say, "Well, I guess my mom needs that, or my grandma needs that." And
to have your heart behind it means so much.
That's how we got started.
So Chad, tell me a little bit about what we have here in front of us on the table.
This is kind of the heart of the system. This is what communicates through cellular networks to tie everything together. We have, like David mentioned, we have an activity-inactivity sensor over there.
And that's this one?
Yes. And we also have, there's going to be, the base system has 3 sets of door contacts. The door contacts are very versatile. They can go on exterior doors, they can go on kitchen cabinets, refrigerators, even medicine cabinets. So if parents are worried that, if their children are worried they might not be taking their medicine, we can put it on a medicine cabinet to make sure that it's being accessed every day at a specific time. And again, if it's not, they would get notifications of that. In addition, we have 2, the marketplace is very familiar with pendants. We do have a pendant. It can be worn either on the hip, on the wrist, or around the neck. And then this guy is very versatile. This is a red alert button, and we can have it go as either a true emergency notification to a 24-hour monitoring service if there's a true medical emergency, or we can use it to send alerts to the actual family members that maybe it's not as severe. They just need they need to be contacted. They need some help, that kind of stuff. So my grandma lives in Kansas City. We monitor her from 400 miles away.
Wow.
She doesn't really like wearing a pendant very much, but she has a walker and she carries the red alert button room after room everywhere she goes, and that's that's her emergency system.
Sure, and I'm sure such a comfort just to know that someone's that close to need. If you need them, they're there.
It's a very versatile system. Again, it can be customized completely to the individual based on, does the family need notifications, or do they need it to be more higher level medical alert emergency type messages. Right.
And one thing I saw on your website that I thought was so great is that this can be less than $3 a day. Is that what it says on your website, or around that price compared to what a nursing home could cost you?
Yep.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah. The average cost of a nursing home is now exceeding $80,000 a year. And it's really
life savings gone.
Yeah, it's really it's going through families' inheritances, and it's causing a lot of problems. We're less than $3 a day. We use a lease model. It is around $69 to $79 a month, depending on how they would want their system customized with either medical alert or non-medical alerts. And completely lease model, it's month to month. There's no long-term contracts.
That's nice.
If they need it for 6 months, we're here for you. If they need it for many, many years to come, we're here with you to help you out with that as well.
I love that. Well, we're almost out of time, and I hate it because I had so many more questions for you. But tell us a little bit about how people can get in contact with you. Maybe someone's watching this and they think, I need to get that for my mom or my grandma, or maybe someone's thinking, I need that in my house for my family. How do they get in touch with you?
Well, we do have a Facebook page.
Okay.
And we do have a website page, and then of course we have the telephone number. I'll let Chad tell you the phone number.
316-221-2600.
Perfect.
And we're at www.agesafely.com. You can shop online there 24 hours a day. There's videos, there's testimonials, there's a lot of great information for people that might be considering our product, as opposed to just a traditional pendant. We like to call ourselves so much more than just a pendant. Because we can do a lot more versatile things to help them out and meet a lot of different needs that traditional pendant companies cannot help out with.
Definitely. Well, David, Chad, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing your heart. It's been encouraging to hear.
Appreciate you having us.
Yeah, and if you'd like to learn more about Age Safely, please visit them at agesafely.com.